Good morning. This is the Ohio Industrial Commission special meeting. Today's date is May 13th, 2021. This is Chairman Jim Hughes, and this is the special meeting the Ohio Industrial Commission is now called to order. This meeting is being conducted telephonically and is being streamed on the Ohio Industrial Commission's YouTube channel. The link to listen to our meeting is available on our public website. This meeting is being conducted in the format as a precaution against the spread of the coronavirus COVID-19 in accordance with Substitute House Bill 404, signed into law by Governor Mike DeWine and effective on November 22nd, 2020, which extended the time period in which public bodies may hold remote meetings. The purpose of the special meeting is limited to the following: approval of the 2019, 2020, and 2021 Ohio Industrial Commission meeting minutes as scribed from in-person meetings or audio recordings of meetings held through the Commission's YouTube channel. The meeting minutes being considered are for in-person meetings held April 10th, 2019, April 24th, 2019, September 10th, 2019, October 29th, 2019, and March 12th, 2020, and for meetings held telephonically through the Ohio Industrial's YouTube channel on April 15th, 2020, June 3rd, 2020, September 14th, 2020, October 28th, 2020, January 2021, and March 22nd, 2021. During this meeting, it is important that prior to speaking, each participant introduce themselves by stating their name and title. This is so the record accurately reflects proceedings and the public is properly informed. I now ask our Executive Director, Mr. Tim Adams, to call the roll.
This is Tim Adams, Executive Director of the Ohio Industrial Commission. As I call your name, please restate your name and affirm your presence. Commissioner Karen Gilmore.
Commissioner Karen Gilmore, here.
Commissioner Jody Taylor.
Commissioner Jody Taylor, here.
Commissioner Jim Hughes.
This is Jim Hughes, present. This is Chairman Hughes. Let the record show that a quorum is present. And now the floor is open to discuss approval of the meeting minutes that were referenced in the introduction. During the discussion, please remember to state your name prior to speaking. The first order of business, as we talked about, was the meeting minutes of April 10th, 2019, and April 24th, 2019. As I was appointed to the commissioner by the governor effective July 1st, 2019, I will abstain from voting on the meeting minutes as well as any discussion of that. I'll ask my two colleagues to then take it regarding these 2 minutes, see if they have any discussion on those minutes or if they'd like to make a motion regarding the minutes of April 10th, 2019 and April 24th, 2019.
This is Commissioner Taylor. I will make a motion to approve the meeting minutes that were attached to the special meeting agenda, and those dates are April 10, 2019 and April 24, 2019.
This is Commissioner Gilmore. I second the motion.
Is there any discussion from anyone?
No, I have no discussion. This is Commissioner Gilmore.
I will now call it's been properly moved and seconded. I'll now call the question regarding those minutes described in Commissioner Taylor as well as seconded by Commissioner Gilmore's motion. I'll ask our Executive Director, Mr. Tim Adams, to please call the roll, and I apologize, I should have said this is Chairman Jim Hughes. Mr. Adams.
This is Tim Adams, Executive Director of the Ohio Industrial Commission. As I call your name, please restate your name and state your vote. Commissioner Karen Gilmore.
Commissioner Karen Gilmore, yes.
Commissioner Jody Taylor.
Commissioner Jody Taylor, yes.
Commissioner Jim Hughes.
I will abstain. The motion has receiving the majority to pass. The motion is carried on those 2 minutes meeting. I'll next bring up the other minute meetings that we have, which are September 10th, 2019, October 29th, 2019, and March 12th, 2020. Is there any discussion on those 3 meeting minutes of any of the commissioners?
This is Commissioner Gilmore. Mr. Chairman, we need a motion before we can discuss.
This is Jim Hughes. Thank you, Commissioner Gilmore. I will move for approval of those minute meetings of September 10th, 2019, October 29th, 2019, and March 12th, 2020. I'll probably move. Is there a second to my motion?
This is Commissioner Gilmore. I second.
Thank you, Commissioner Gilmore. Now it's been properly moved and properly seconded on moving for approval of those 3 minutes. Is there any discussion on those 3 meetings by any of the commissioners? If not, this is Chairman Jim Hughes. I ask that Mr. Tim Adams. I'm sorry, Commissioner Gilmore. Go ahead, Commissioner Taylor.
This is Commissioner Taylor. I was waiting to see if Commissioner Gilmore was had any discussion. The only discussion I had is, I'm trying to get to it, on the March 12th, 2020 meeting minutes, and I can't tell the page. It's toward the bottom. Let's see. It's where I was discussing with Mr. Connor about hearing spikes and backlogs. And Mr. Connor answered about the term spike is no longer in the law, and we were talking about whether there would be a backlog. And I inquired to Mr. Connor whether 2 hearings an hour, because that's what he was recommending at the time, would cause a backlog. And at that time, he indicated that it would probably cause a backlog. And I don't see that reflected in the minutes. I would move to add that Commissioner Taylor inquired if 2 hearings an hour would cause a backlog, and Mr. Connor indicated that it probably would.
This is Jim Hughes, Chairman. Do we have this is an amendment to the minutes. Do we have a second to Commissioner Taylor's motion?
This is Commissioner Gilmore. I second the motion.
It's been properly moved and seconded for an amendment to the minutes of March 12, 2020. I will ask Mr. Tim Adams to call the roll and see if the amendment has proper and necessary votes to become part of the minute meetings for March 12, 2020.
This is Tim Adams, Executive Director of the Ohio Industrial Commission. As I call your name, please restate your name and state your vote. Commissioner Karen Gilmore.
Commissioner Karen Gilmore, I vote yes on the amendment.
Commissioner Jody Taylor.
This is Commissioner Taylor, and I vote yes on the amendment.
Commissioner Jim Hughes.
This is Commissioner Jim Hughes. I vote yes on the amendment. The amendment does have the necessary votes to become part of the bill or part of the minutes. Is there any other discussion on the minutes of either March 12th, 2020, October 29th, 2019, or September 2019?
This is Commissioner Taylor. Could I just have 1 minute, Mr. Hughes, Chairman Hughes? I want to look at something real fast, okay?
Sure, this is Chairman Jim Hughes, of course.
Okay, no, this is Commissioner Taylor. I have nothing further.
This is Jim Hughes, Chairman. Thank you. Commissioner Gilmore, do you have any other lingering questions on those 3 meeting dates?
This is Commissioner Gilmore. I have no questions. Thank you.
This is Chairman Hughes. What I'll do is, at this point in time, with no further discussion, we will call the question. So we'll be voting on the minutes of September 10th, 2019, October 29th, 2019, and March 12th, 2020, as with the amendment from Commissioner Taylor. I'll now call upon our Executive Director, Mr. Tim Adams, to call the roll on those 3 dates of minute meetings and the one that's amended in that. Mr. Adams.
This is Tim Adams, Executive Director of the Ohio Industrial Commission. As I call your name, please restate your name and state your vote. Commissioner Karen Gilmore.
Commissioner Karen Gilmore, yes.
Commissioner Jody Taylor.
This is Commissioner Jody Taylor, yes.
Commissioner Jim Hughes.
This is Commissioner and Chairman Jim Hughes, yes. The 3 dates of September 10th, October 29th, and March 12th, having the proper number of votes, is adopted by the Commission. The last issue that we have before our minutes meeting are the dates that were from the audio, from April 15th, 2020, June 3rd, 2020, September 14th, 2020, October 28th, 2020, January 20th, 2021, and March 22nd, 2021. I move for the approval of the minutes of these. Is there a second?
This is Commissioner Gilmore. I second.
Mr. Chairman Jim Hughes, thank you, Commissioner Gilmore. Is there any discussion on the approval of the minutes that I just read that was seconded by Commissioner Gilmore?
This is Commissioner Taylor. I have no discussion.
This is Commissioner Gilmore. I have no discussion.
This is Chairman Jim Hughes. I have no further discussion either. Thank you both, Commissioners. I will now go to our Executive Director, Mr. Tim Adams, and please call the roll on the motion of the minutes to be approved of April 15th, 2020, June 3rd, 2020, September 14th, 2020, October 28th, 2020, January 2021, and March 22nd, 2021. Mr. Adams.
This is Tim Adams, Executive Director of the Ohio Industrial Commission. As I call your name, please restate your name and state your vote. Commissioner Karen Gilmore.
Commissioner Karen Gilmore, yes.
Commissioner Jody Taylor.
This is Commissioner Jody Taylor, yes.
Commissioner Jim Hughes.
This is Commissioner Jim Hughes, yes. The minutes meeting of April 15th, June 3rd, September 14th, October 28th, January 20th, and March 22nd, having the proper number of votes, is adopted by the Commission. That is all we had on our agenda. Is there a motion to adjourn the meeting? Jim Hughes, will move to adjourn the meeting. Is there a second?
This is Commissioner Taylor. I will second.
This is Chairman Jim Hughes. Any discussion on the minutes? Or on the motion?
Commissioner Gilmore. I have no discussion.
This is Commissioner Taylor.
Chairman.
I have no discussion.
This is Chairman Jim Hughes. I have no discussion. I'll call the question. Mr. Tim Adams, would you please call the roll for the motion to adjourn?
This is Tim Adams, Executive Director of the Ohio Industrial Commission. As I call your name, please restate your name and state your vote. Commissioner Karen Gilmore.
Commissioner Karen Gilmore, yes.
Commissioner Jody Taylor.
Commissioner Jody Taylor, yes.
Commissioner Jim Hughes.
This is Jim Hughes, yes. The motion does carry. The meeting has concluded. Thank you very much, Commissioners, and everybody, please have a great day.
Thank you.